Wow, I haven't done this for a while. Hey everyone folks, and welcome to a long overdue video. Now I did promise that in my last video that my next video will be regarding my other new car, and here it is, 3 years overdue. This is my 1983 Mark 1 Citroen BX 14RE, which I have since christened Bob. So as I said, Bob is a Mark 1 Citroen BX, and as far as I'm aware and as far as I've been told, it's probably the 5th oldest BX in the country, and it's certainly more than likely the oldest Mark 1 14RE, possibly the only Mark 1 14RE left. So yeah, I bought this car off a good friend of mine, Zal. A number of you will recognise the number plate and recognise this as the Autoshite BX. That's because it is. Finished in glorious Impala beige. Now, after about 3 years of work, I managed to get this car back on the road in November. However, within that first week of driving this on the road, a number of things happened. One, I got a speeding ticket. Two, this car started failing in all manner of ways. The first of which was the fuel pump. The fuel pump failed. We found that the fuel hoses were the old death hose, and why I refer to it as death hose? Well, here's Annie the Alpine, not running, engine fire, still trying to get her to run. She is on the home straight though, so fingers crossed we'll be seeing more of the beige Queen of Mischief soon. But anyway, on to Bob. So fuel pump, that's on order. I've got some new biofuel hose ready to go on. Coline, I believe. Very, very good make of fuel hose, stuff I very much recommend. It lasts for years, you don't have to worry about it. But also, more crucially, the front height corrector has failed. Now, I have booked my ticket for Rustival in April, and I would very much like to attend. Normally, I bring Patsy Peugeot along, who is behind the camera, so I will still have her. But the trouble is that whenever I bring Patsy along, she is normally the only 306 Cabriolet there, but nobody ever gives her a second glance. Basically, unless it's beige, people don't come and talk. And the thing is, I'm very sociable like that. I love talking to people. A number of you guys who have come along to shows and have said hello to me, I very much appreciate it, because I love talking about cars like this, and I love talking to the people who subscribe to my channel and help it grow. But that's my aim today. I need to get the front height corrector sorted out. I have a rebuild kit that's currently in the unit behind me. This is my unit, so things have changed over the last 3 years. I now have a dedicated place for working on cars. So that's probably the most exciting thing. But yeah, the trouble is that because the front height corrector failed, many thanks to the owners of Rex the BX, who came to my aid in Halfords in Albury. That's the one thing I love about BXs. The people who love these cars are just lovely people in general. But yeah, we've just had the big snowstorm come through, and Bob's done okay, but I need to scrape the ice off. I also need to top up the LHM tank, so that means I can get the car to lift so I can bring it in the unit. Never work with cars, animals or children, people. Half of this is going to go out on the ground. Right, I need more LHM. Oh, because BX. That jump pack does seem quite loose, so it's got battery. Yeah, what I'm failing to show you guys on camera is that this lovely blue silicone hose that Vanny dug out for me, so that means I can get home the day I got my speeding ticket. Some of it appears to be in the fuel filter. I'm just wondering why.
Dead, that board.
Oh, what the?
Back seat, jumper cables. Backup plan.
Where is the battery on this?
That side.
That corner. It was meant to
Right
be.
there.
It was meant to be. I knew that you parked your polo in the way for a reason.
So you could tell all your viewers that you were saved by German polo.
So those of you who are going to put in the comments, why aren't you brushing it off first? Have you tried brushing this off? And also, if those are wondering why I'm trying to de-ice the car before it goes into the unit, the chances are it's going to end up thawing out in there, and I don't want big puddles of water all over the place if I can help it. Oh, Bob, no one can see what you are. 14 RE. Cadeaux riche économique. Posh economy. This is all thrilling, I know. Over 700 people are wondering why they bother. Damage to my new sticker. Oh no. I need to dig out my up and down sticker for the back of this car. Seeing as this is a kitsch-approved vehicle. Almost literally. Kitsch has been an absolute wonder when it's come to sorting out bits on this car. Give Annie a little love as well. Before people asking about the jump pack, that's charging in the Polo as well. Polo is charging 3 batteries today. It's about time that a Volkswagen was useful. What do you guys think? Should I make a custom sticker for the back of Bob? Well, if I manage to get this video out before Rustival, then it makes sense to put a video out of Bob. No, get a sticker for Bob. I don't know what I'm on about sometimes. There you go, de-icing ASMR for you. That sounds better. There we go. Bonus BX cold start. Arise, Sir Bob. Yes. Thank you, little Polo. You have been valiant in your assistance today. Car Tetris, my favourite game. If only that skip weren't in the way. All right. Don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. Right, I'll sit this in Bob's space as soon as Bob's in the unit. Oh, I can't actually tell if the car's moving or not. That's how blind I am, folks. Oh, you oh, fuck. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Damn it.
6.5 hours later.
Well, after all that fun and games, car's finally in the unit, jacked up at the front, wheel off, so I'm ready to tackle the height corrector. Yeah, I've left it a little bit of time just so that means some of the water can run off. It's still melting. So, yeah, I better get in position and try and extract the height corrector. I've been told it's a very simple job. Is it? After a bit of a fight involving hydraulic unions and things, I managed to get the height corrector out, and yeah, it was definitely failed. This is one of the diaphragms. You're not supposed to do that. So managed to get the height corrector out, and yeah, was it the diaphragm on this end was in good shape, but I still replaced it in any rate. This end, this was a genuinely very easy job to do. You've got little metal retaining rings underneath these dust covers, and they just tap off. Like they just tap off. I think it's just the fit of the rubber, or I think these might be nitrile actually. The nitrile just holds it in place. As you can see by the fact that there's still a hydraulic line attached to this, I haven't been able to remove it quite the way I wanted to. Basically, this one just wanted to round off no matter what I did. So I just followed this line up to the distribution block. It's a little K shaped block, and I was, after a bit of persuasion and also using my steam cleaner underneath, everything was gummed up with oil and LHM and goodness knows what else. I thought it was a good idea to just go with the steam cleaner, but also my thought is that I could use it to soften the rubber that goes on the end of these unions, so that means I could withdraw it. So I managed to do that with some brute force and ignorance, managed to get it out. Didn't record any of it because, well, for one, my camera was out of battery when I was down here last, and also I thought I need to be able to move the job along somewhat, so I thought, yeah, I'll wait until I'm ready to put it back on before actually turning the camera back on. Is one of the reasons why I don't really like doing tinkering videos, to be honest, just because there is so much pressure to be able to produce a video which is not only entertaining but also as well actually moves the project along a little bit. And yeah, most of the job has just been me underneath going, why won't this come out? Why won't that come out? How does this come undone? Stuff like that. So managed to get down here, replace the diaphragms in this, replace the dust covers. So this is effectively refurbished, ready to go back in the car. And I'm not looking forward to that, if I'm being brutally honest, because this was a bit of a pain to get out. But one thing I've got to do is I've got to grease up the ball joint here. I've got some blue grease that I'm going to use. Yeah, but everything needs to be properly cleaned first, so I'll see you in a bit. So this is probably going to be the best angle I can offer with putting the height corrector back in. I mean, the temptation is to just do it off camera, but at the same time though, I've got to produce something to show you guys, really. So yeah, if I'm being absolutely truthful, I'm really not looking forward to this. This is going to be an absolute pig, especially with the tripod in the way. But annoyingly, this is the only way I can actually get the camera to show the area that I'm working anyway. So yeah, I've got to put this doohickey back down there. I'm not looking forward to this at all. I really am not. But yeah, I think the first thing I've got to do is got to try and clean out the ball joint socket for the height corrector that it receives into. And then I've got to put some fresh grease in. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be committing bad juju by using steam in here, but sod you, I want to work in a clean environment. Right, so I had to undo this clamp in order to get the height corrector out in the end, but it's very dirty. I want to clean it first before I try and reinstallate it. I mean, I imagine some smart aleck is going to be out there and is going to say, oh, why don't you try taking that hydraulic line off now it's off the car? It just wants to round out. So I don't really have that option, unfortunately. Otherwise, that's what I'd be doing. This is going to make for absolutely thrilling viewing, I know. Citroen people, is there actually an easier way of doing this? Because, oh, hello. Is that? Oh. Okay, that's on. Is it on? It is on. Oh my God, I was expecting that to be an absolute pain in the butthole. Oh no, it's not on. Damn you. Unless it was on and I've just pulled it out again. That wasn't as much of a pain as I thought it was going to be. Huh. Right. Now, mounting bolts. I will say the mounting bolts have been the easiest part of the job because Citroen made very good bolts. Very well made bolts that actually do bolt things as opposed to not bolt things. Right, where's the other one? There it is. And they even have slightly serrated washers on them as well. Keep me threading on. Oh, I love torches and they love me. I would use my phone if it had battery. I can see it in the comments now. Oh, Gray, you've been off YouTube for 3 years. Why? Why have you been off for 3 years? Because this is why. There's probably a reason why there aren't many YouTubers based in the West Midlands who do anything along with cars, because you can't drive them anywhere because everybody drives too slow. Well, all I can do is try and fix them, but the thing is that I've only got the facilities I've got. So, yeah. But on the plus side, those bolts have been started. So now I need my ratchet. I can see how this, I genuinely can see how this would be a 30-minute job, because to be fair, access is pretty good. It's not too bad. But I don't think the front height corrector on this car has ever been off. So it's 40 odd years old. I mean, bear in mind, this is the 5th oldest BX in the country. It is November 83 build. So it is over 42 years old now. So it's all things that you've got to contend with. Just wrestling with things that have been together for nearly half a century. Think about that. 2/5 of a century. Right. Okay, and snugger-dugger. Snugger-dugger-dugger-dugger. Right, fab. Right, pass that pipe up over the subframe while it's fresh on my mind. Just be really, really gentle with it, because one thing I don't want to do is snap. Because that would be bad juju, and we don't like bad juju here. No bad juju. There we go. Oh yes, right. That pipe is now gone where it needs to be. I don't care about the fact that the union's virtually rounded off, because chances are, if I need to take that off again, I will just replace a line. There are things dripping on me under here, so where's my blue roll? Unless blue roll is a copyrighted term, in which case, cyan paper wiping apparatus, just in case someone wants to copyright claim blue roll. Ooh, so much schmoo. I think I'm going to have to do a bit more cleaning under here. Right. So I'm going to focus on the pipes that go into the height corrector there. But there was one thing I wanted to investigate actually. I noticed that one of the hydraulic lines, well, best I show you. But one of the hydraulic lines coming out of the height corrector, one of the low pressure ones, it was just being served by this. That was all that was connected onto it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was one major factor as to why I was having LHM leaks at the front of this thing, because I could definitely see 2 hoses. Actually, no, I could see more than that. Got this one which comes off the octopus. There's another one here which goes, is that to the back of the car? Then there's one there. Hold on, there's one there. I think I'm going to have to do some more investigation underneath. Right, okay. But yeah, there's 2 outlets that come out of the height corrector. That are low pressure, I believe, because they haven't got unions on them. And I seem to have 3 LHM hoses, 3 low pressure lines. So I'm going to have to do some investigation, I think. Okay, so I reckon one of those lines is for the rear. Okay, so I found the rear lines here. Oh. Yeah. Okay, found the rear return lines. I think they are because they're plastic, or nylon rather, and they come up over the subframe and they have rubber hoses attached onto them. Something else as well. Oh, I see. Okay, now that's just for that one, so I don't need to worry about that one. That's fine. Right, so they go up over there. This is just me following pipes, just because I want to make sure that all is well under there. So just why have I got 3 hydraulic pipes? Okay, that's on that plastic line that goes to the back. Okay. Aha, right. I think. Is it? No idea. Right. There is something confusing going on here. I'm not sure if that line actually goes directly to the height corrector or not. I mean, there's 2 of them. Where does this one go? Dear me. I've got 2 barbs on there. I've got 3 hoses that are unaccounted for. So what's going on?
Later that same evening.
And in the end, I've managed to get it done. Just about all my marbles in place. I've worked out where those hydraulic lines go. A chap called Vanny does a very useful website called the BX Project. Very, very nice guy. I've bought loads of bits off him before, and he's a very supportive fella, and he's got a brilliant website which is full of useful resources, including where all the various parts of the hydraulic octopus go. So I managed to work out where all those rubber lines go. Oh, hold on. There we go. Worked out where all those rubber hoses all go, what they connect up to, and so on. I mean, I could see why this would be an easy job, but at the same time, though, I did not have a very good time of it, because again, I feel like a lot of things on this car haven't been touched in about 40 years. So it's just trying to get things to come apart. Those hydraulic unions, all these unions here, like they go into the height corrector and into the junction blocks and so on, they are just, when they come out nice, and when you got to put them back in, it's really difficult. And the thing is that the access in there isn't, I mean, it's there, you have got access in there, but it's not the best in the world. You're reaching in with both arms. That's why I've had to take my watch off, and I've had to move this piece of the cooling circuit out the way. Can't remember what this is called, sorry BXers. But I had to put both of my arms in there like that, just to reach the height corrector and to be able to put the unions and pipes back in. There is a bit more access afforded when you take the driver's side wheel off. So it's, again, I can see why it would be an hour-long job to be able to take a height corrector out, rebuild it, put it back in. I can see why it would be a 1 hour's job, but in my particular case, when everything's stuck and welded together, it's just a bit more of a pig to do. This will be where I turn the car over, we hear it run, and we get to see the suspension going up and down and all those lovely things. But unfortunately I can't, because the next job on my to-do list is to sort out the fuel pump. I've got a new fuel pump right here, and replace the fuel lines that go from the hard lines behind the bulkhead up to where the fuel pump goes. And then once I've done that, I can prime it all up. So I'll have new fuel hoses on there, which should last a lot longer than the death hose that's currently on it. I can get rid of this Paget pump. I will keep this aside because I could see that being a useful little tool, useful little thing. But yeah, it's currently near enough 10 o'clock at night. I've been here since probably about 1 o'clock this afternoon. So I've put in nearly 9 hours of work, and literally on what should be an hour's long job. And that's again because everything is stuck. Torches running out of battery, and just working things out, having to do research on the fly. Again, if it wasn't for the likes of people in the BX community like Vanny, like Kitch of Up and Down Vids, and so on, working on a car like this would be really, really difficult. But thankfully there are resources out there which do help. The Haynes manual is next to useless. It really is, just next to useless. I would prefer an auto data book, but there isn't one on the BX. So the Haynes manual is the best one I've got. Right, so I think on that note, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go home, have a shower, go to bed, and then go to work in the morning. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, sorry I haven't been producing any content over the last 3 years. It's just been really difficult, balancing work, balancing life, and also just trying to come up with video ideas. Because, as I said, I don't like doing tinkering videos, because you're under pressure to have a result at the end of it. So this is just more of a sort of vlog thing. While I'm trying to get this car ready for Rustival, which will be great fun. I think this car will, yeah, I think people will respond to this car very well at Rustival. But first of all, I need to get it there. I need to get it running reliably. I need to do some shakedowns in it, which is going to be difficult because I'm back to working on motor factors again, which means that, yeah, if you work for a motor factors, you have no time off. You're expected to work holidays, you're expected to work weekends, because that's motor factors. So hopefully I will have a chance to be able to take this car on shakedowns, see what it's about, and I'll take you guys along for the ride with me. But anyways, that's it for now, guys. Join me next time when I tackle the fuel pump and the fuel hoses. Hopefully we'll get this car off the stands. Hopefully the suspension height will be correct. I don't think I've changed anything, but you know, hopefully, many fingers crossed, this car will be sorted and we'll be going to Rustival, and you guys will be able to see me there. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you guys can leave a comment, a like, or share it, whatever. Hopefully get the videos out there Sorry, I'm just knackered. But yeah, hopefully brings support back to the channel. Hopefully I will be doing more regular videos, even if it's once a month. I do want to get back into making videos. Again, not so much with the tinkering side of things, because I'm dirty, I'm tired. I've been here for hours and hours and hours and hours, and it's, yeah, it's just, it's difficult to remain motivated when an hour job turns into 10. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Toodly pipski.